Hey guys, today we are going to learn how to weave in ends. I've got a single crochet border around this blanket and I'm working on the wrong side. This is the right side, this is the wrong side. Here's a join where I join the colors. So let's weave in these ends. Take my darning needle. I like the ones that are bent at the end, makes it a little bit easier to work under the stitches. Thread my needle. I kind of tug. I can tell that the join is right here. So I'm going to go this way and work with my stitches. And since this is just a single crochet, we're just going to work back under the stitches. Usually try about an inch or an inch and a half. Pull through, not too tight because you don't want to change the integrity of the stretch of the stitches. I'm then going to take the thread or the yarn off my darning needle. This is a worsted weight 4-ply yarn. So I'm going to split the fibers in half so I come out with 2 strands. 2 in each hand and pull all the way down to your work. This does create a little bit more weaving in work, but this method has not failed me. I've never had anything come out. So now we have 2 different strands. We're going to set the top one aside. It really doesn't matter though, that's just my preference. Rethread our darning needle. And we're going to keep going in the direction we just came, or we were just moving in. So we came this way. Let's pick up where we left off and keep working under that row of single crochets. Go about another inch, inch and a half. Pull through, but not too tight. Then we're going to find under the row here from the row below, and I'm going to split one of the strands of yarn from below and go up or down to make my turn, and then I'm just going to go right back the other way. All the way to where my other 2 plies are waiting for me. Pull through. I consider this one woven in, ready to snip. So go back to the other half of that original strand of yarn you started with. We're going to go back the other way, but before we go back the other way, work into the row below that's hiding under that row of stitches and split one of the strands, which just makes for a nice sturdy turn, and then go right back the way we originally came from. And as you can see, the join is right here. You can work all the way back to the join, but I just try and get another inch or an inch and a half done. Pull, but not too tight. And there we go. So we started here with 1 strand from the join. We worked away from the join to here, split the 4-ply yarn into 2 plies each. So now we had 2 strands. Went out, split the yarn from the row below to make a turn, came back, stopped, picked up the 2nd ply, split a strand of yarn from the row below, and came back to where we originally had our strand from the join. You can snip these and you're done. Let's do it with this one. You can see I've already worked from the join over. I crocheted over this tail as I was working this last border. So I don't actually need to go any farther with this one whole strand. Let's take that off. Let's go ahead and split this 4-ply yarn into 2 plies each, making 2 strands to work with. All the way down to our work. Set 2 strands aside. Work an inch away from where the join is. Inch and a half is what I'm comfortable with. Don't pull too tight. Find that yarn below and split it to create a sturdy turn, and then work back the way you came from. You see me pinch it right here when I was pulling through. That's just to make sure that I don't pull this too tight and mess up the integrity of the stitches. So go back to this 2-ply that we split the strand into. We've already come this way. So find a yarn from the row below, split it to create a turn, and then work back to about where the join is. I'm pinching it to make sure I don't pull too hard. There you go. That side's done too. All 4 of these strands are ready to snip. Here's what it looks like on the right side. Can't even tell it's there.